So you assumed from what you saw that you had seen all there was to see, and
Yes.
that would be your journey, only to discover what now?
Dr. Sean, relationships. Look, I'm so happy to be here because I'm getting some free therapy, y'all, tonight. And I think so many more of us need to reach out and get therapy when needed. I did not realize that relationships are not peaceful. Relationships are like a whole nother career. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work. And I don't know if you ever really get to know who another person is. And that scares me.
You've said a lot. You've said a lot. So what scares you about that? Be specific.
Well, okay, I'm gonna be real specific, okay, and tell you why I need help and why I'm really here tonight. Growing up on TV is a wonderful, beautiful thing, but it brings an extra layer of hardness when it comes to trying to date. Everybody I dated or might go on to date pretty much watched me on TV and they watched me grow up, so they already feel like they know me, right?
Mm.
And it's a great thing to be familiar, but it's another thing when you always end up dating a groupie. Dr. Sean, help me. I don't want to date no more groupies.
Yeah. Listen, you have stated the matter quite succinctly and poignantly. But the funny about when you said that, I thought there are a lot of people, some of them in this room, who wouldn't mind, not me, other people, who wouldn't mind dating groupies. At least they think they want to date a groupie. Tell everybody why dating a groupie, and let's define groupie, right? A groupie is someone who what?
They only date you or want to be around you because the little girl from TV. That's it. Mm. There's no substance there. They're more in love with my characters than my character.
Mm. And I would add to that, a groupie is, and listen, you may not be on TV, but anybody in your life who's only dating you for the benefits, for the clout, for the attention, right? For the fact that they get to ride a certain way or fly a certain way, is a groupie. And you don't have to be on television to have groupies. You got groupies in your life. Tell everybody real quick, how does it feel emotionally to know that you're coming back home, or that someone who isn't really into you is the person that you're trying to be into?
It's when that realization hits, because of course I don't know at first. If I would know, I would never go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hits,
yes. It hurts. And I feel like, not only did I waste a lot of my energy, but they took my time. Mm. And I think that's what hurts the most, is because you never figure it out like date one or date two. It's always like 6, 8 months, or even 3 years later.
Listen, I'm glad you said that, because I'm looking at some folks in the studio right now who think they want groupies, and I'm trying to tell them, you don't want the groupies. So you gave up on dating, if I understand, 8 years ago, right? Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. I had my last bad date and I said no more.
Okay, what happened to sort of make that your conclusion 8 years ago?
Okay, I hate to say this, but I was dating this guy and my friends convinced me that I needed to date outside of my type because I have a type. And they said, that's your problem. You need to date maybe the guy that you wouldn't usually look at, right? So I went on a date with this guy who asked me if I wanted to go to Myrtle Beach. Long story short, the date was horrible. I ended up in handcuffs on the side of a cotton.
Okay, whoa, because now you got me. I'm all yours now. I want to know. I don't care how long this takes. I want to know, how did you end up in handcuffs on the date, Myrtle Beach?
Okay, so we were in North Carolina and we drove to South Carolina. He asked me, had I ever been in Myrtle Beach? I said no. I thought it would be fun to go. While we were driving, I'm looking out the window and I'm like, wow, look at all those beautiful blue flowers. What's that? And he's from North Carolina, so he's like, you ain't ever seen cotton? I'm like, no. Why would I see cotton? I grew up in Malibu. There ain't no cotton in Malibu. I heard my grandmama talk about it. He said, that's a cotton field. So he pulled over like on a turnout and I got in the car and I started taking pictures because literally it was beautiful. It's not what I expected hearing my grandmother's stories about the South. And as we were pulled over, a cop pulled up. He was cute. And me, being me, was like, hey, how you doing? And he was like, go get in the car. Long story short, he wanted us to let him look in the trunk of the car because he said there could be a dead body in there. And when I tried to reason with him and talk to him like a human being, Then he said that I had drugs on me. Searching my purse, he found a bag of tea that I had taken from the hotel, and he said it was marijuana. We ended up in handcuffs on the side of the road for about an hour and a half until a nice cop showed up.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So it wasn't that the date you were with was a bad person. You just ran into a bad cop.
Well, we ran into a bad cop, and then after that, the relationship kind of became a little toxic.
Got it. So 8 years ago, you decided, I can't deal with this. No more cotton fields.
I'm done.
No more. So walk me through like how a woman comes to that place, right? Because there are a lot of people watching who I think want to come to the conclusion that you've come to or came to then, because I know you've come out of it. What happens emotionally that allows you to say, I'm done dating for what, 8 years?
Man, every day just got worse. Like, how was it going to get any worse? I'm embarrassed in front of the world. We ended up on CNN. It was supposed to be the third biggest story, the third biggest Black story after Obama, Michael Jackson's death, and then Cherie Johnson got arrested in the cotton field. Like, come on. Then I'm with this guy who, he was nice, but he's not really my type. I let my friends convince me that I needed to give him some time. And so now I'm embarrassed. It's 8 years later, people still like, oh, is that your baby daddy? And I'm like, no, I don't even know that dude anymore. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And I was done. I wanted off the roller coaster.
You mentioned that you have a type. What's your type?
I love big Black men, God-fearing men. I like men who are fun, who have great personalities, and who love to eat because I'm a foodie.
So, have you ever been loved? Truly loved?
I can't say that I haven't been loved because I have a lot of beautiful Black men who surround me and that are my really good friends. So I think I've been loved. Romantically. Have you ever been in a romantic scenario? Have you ever been truly loved? Not correctly, no. They've loved the benefits of me, or the fact that they didn't have to wait in line at the club, or that they got free dinners or something like that. But I don't believe ever correctly. Listen, I got to take this break, Cherie. But you've said a lot, because there are a lot of people watching right now. You feel the same way that Cherie has articulated. There are a lot of people who, if I ask you the question, you might give me the same answer. No, you've never truly been loved in a romantic scenario. When we come back, I got some more questions, and then I got some things I want to say, not just to her, but to you too, because when you've been hurt, you need to know that there's life after the pain. We'll be right back after this.
I'm drinking, ladies, today because I'm still celebrating my birthday.
Cocktails with the Queens.
I want to know, Lisa Ray, did you get some for your birthday? Who back there? Who in the room? Who that?
Every Monday night.
She's smiling. That tell you right there. You can always tell with a woman when things are going just right with a smile and a twinkle in the eye.
On Fox Soul.
Y'all making me hot. I just...
Is someone going to tell me what the hand gesture means?
This weekend on Fox Soul.
Offline, I'll tell you. I don't want to start a long storm. I'll tell you offline. But those that know.
Watch your favorite shows of the week.
Would y'all be opposed to a Cocktails with Queens reality show?
No. We're going to try to keep liking each other. Yes.
Fox Soul Weekend.
Welcome to season 3.
Yes, Queen. Congratulations.
The COVID-19 vaccines can be our chance to get back to our plans, who we are, what we miss, to get back to each other, to life. But it's okay to have questions, like, how were the vaccines tested? In rigorous clinical trials among adults of diverse backgrounds. Can the vaccines give you COVID-19? You cannot get COVID-19 from a vaccine. Why should I get vaccinated? Protecting yourself also helps protect the people around you. Find the latest information at getvaccineanswers.org.
Welcome back, everybody. You know Cherie Johnson. She's been an actress, and we've all seen her grow up and be a part of our television lives. She's here tonight to talk a little bit about her journey as it relates to matters of the heart, right? Isn't it amazing how you can have your professional thing tied down, and then there's still an area of your life that you're still working on? That's true for everybody. All of us have a part of us that's not completely what we want it to be. So Cherie, I'm stuck at this 8 years ago. I promise I'm gonna get off this. So 8 years ago, you decided to what? To no longer date anybody, no longer date anybody seriously. What did you decide?
8 years ago, I was like, I'm done. What is the point of me dating? I really wanted to have a child, so I called my homie and asked him for some sperm.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it just, you know what? While I was sitting at the hotel when I made it to Myrtle Beach, I started text messaging him. And I was like, you'll never believe what happened to me now. And he started laughing because he's like, these ridiculous dates only happen to you. Like, this is not real life. And I was like, it just keeps getting worse. Just do me a favor. Just get me pregnant, and then I can stop this whole cycle.